Hello, it is October the 10th, 2020. Um, I'm back, and interesting week. I suppose I always say that, better than saying incredibly dull week, but it certainly wasn't an incredibly dull week. Um, a lot of stuff going on politically, interesting and crappy, and I don't think I'm going to talk about any of that. What I'll talk about today is this week John Lennon would have been 80, and it was also this week, I believe, 40 years ago that he was shot and killed. And I remember exactly where I was. I was in my bedroom that evening, and I was listening to WNEW FM. I forget who the nighttime DJ was. It might have been Vince Scelsa. It might have been someone else. I just can't remember which particular DJ. But I was just listening and, in my thoughts and flowing along with listening to the radio, and someone came on um, with a great sense of urgency and mentioned that John Lennon had just been shot and was on the way to the hospital, and they would update us when they knew more. And so I was listening, and very shocked by that. Why would anyone shoot John Lennon? He's the guy that just did Double Fantasy. Uh, and then, over the course of the evening, they confirmed that he had died and who had killed him. And I just remember feeling so tremendously sad, but almost sort of numb at the same time. It's just, it takes a while for that to sink in that this person is no more. Plus, I was 20, and I wasn't as experienced with death in my life as I would later become. So it was more of an abstract. I don't think so. That would have been 1980. I don't think I had particularly lost anyone um, really close to me. Maybe my mind isn't informing me on that right now. But I just felt tremendously sad. A weird thing that I've never thought about until right now is I never bought Double Fantasy. I heard other people's copies, but I think I so associated it with John's killing that I shied away from it. I never thought about that till right now. It just because any one of those songs I think of him being shot. Just with that album, I don't think about that with any other part of his work. I think because they were so close together, um, the album coming out. I certainly remember the first time I heard "Starting Over" was also on NEWFM, and I thought, well, it's been it's a sort of a it's not the deepest song. It's a nice song, a nice piece of rock and roll, and good to hear John Lennon back. Um, but anyway, I was thinking about that this week. Um, Nice to celebrate his birth. Sad to think about his death. Um, Complex guy, from what I understand. I said he could be temperamental. He could be whatever. But I mean, who can't? He was amazingly creative. I don't need to. I'm not going to spend this time and sell you on John Lennon. You either get it or you don't. And that's fine on either side of that. The rest of this week, gee, one of my highlights was a surprisingly good coffee from Cumberland Farms. I was out Tuesday at the store with my sister, and she had to go to Cumberland Farms, and I said, "Can you grab me one of their 99-cent coffees and just the big one, and just leave it black, and I'll fix it up at home." And so she got me this blazingly hot coffee, and I put my creamer and stuff in it, and I gotta tell you, that was maybe the best coffee I'd had in 5 years. Who would have thought Cumberland Farms said it was something like farm stand roast? I know that it had farm in it and roast. Um, but I would definitely have another. And I don't have much coffee. I have coffee, now and then. I'm more of a tea person. Last night I had an absolutely wonderful hot chocolate, and I had, no sugar added hot chocolate, and I had a couple of Keebler pecan sandies that were just gorgeous with that. Um, a week working on reviews. I've gotten some done. I haven't gotten done the number that I thought I would, but I've gotten some done. I'm waiting on some material to come in that was supposed to come in yesterday, and I was informed that it will be in Monday. And I checked, and sure enough, FedEx says I'll have it Monday. And beyond that, talked to a few people, cooked some stuff. I didn't go overboard cooking this week. A lot of simple stuff, but I have some stuff coming up over the next few days that'll be a little more complex, I suppose I would say. Um, Beyond that, yeah, that's really, I'm gonna get off here just like last week. There you go. Let me amend last week. I was very pleasantly surprised that last Thursday I got a call from my nephew Timmy, who I really hadn't heard from this year, to let me know that in 20 minutes I should have a pizza and some garlic knots from Angelina's that he bought for me all the way over in Long Island. And sure enough, and both were delicious. That was very nice. And this Monday, yeah, it was Monday or Tuesday, I think it was Monday, I heard from his brother, my nephew Ryan, who I also haven't seen in the longest time, despite the fact he lives about 15 minutes from me, asking me for the recipe for the family ham pie recipe. So gave that to him, and that's really about it. Thanks for listening. Who knows what lies ahead? Who knows? But I'll let you know. Let me hear from you. Take care. Bye bye.